Used to when we first got started, this did some like a really cool thing in the background. I don't know what happened to it though.
What do you mean really cool?
It would fuzz. It would make the background kind of be a little bit.
Oh, focus.
Uh huh. Probably a setting in here somewhere I need to do.
Uh, do virtual background.
No, I'm not doing virtual background.
No, I don't know if you have a blur setting in there or not.
You're after first forecast again.
Okay.
We had you at the main.
Yeah, I saw that.
Issues with,
Too many handoffs.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool with me, man. I'll allow it. I won't be that upset.
All right. Well, we are live now. This is Weather After Dark. My name is Ken Johnson. This is. Tell people your name, or they're not gonna know who you are.
I was playing the quiet game.
This is Cameron Lindsay. You guys know who he is. So,
I was hiding, dog.
so what's up there, Michael Jones Chapel? What's going on with you?
I have a big forehead.
Yeah, there's a setting that's a little bit off. Of course, this is a new computer we're using here, so the setting is a little bit different on here. It's like too zoomed in or something. It needs to be a little focused out.
Yeah, why is it so zoomed in? This is really uncomfortable. Can you fix it, please?
There we go. That helped it some there.
I'm a
didn't
little
it?
more comfortable now. Thanks.
All right. So what's Katie Curris says? What is the difference between a twister and a tornado and a hurricane? Cameron, would you like to answer that question there?
No, I'll let the chief handle that one.
No, Katie. All right, twister and tornado are the same thing. Hurricane is a big, large storm that spins out over the open waters
Synoptic.
of the ocean here. Tornadoes over land. Hurricane, they don't even look the same. They're totally different. Tornado is like a small. Hurricane is like a large. So it's like a big, large area of rain and clouds and wind is what that is.
And the scaling of them, because hurricanes are, oh my gosh. No, yes. Hurricanes are synoptic, tornadoes are mesoscale.
That's right. Mesoscale is small, synoptic's big. So this guy here, Christopher Matthews, wants to know, what is our snow chances next week?
We're
Cameron?
getting 7 inches.
Yeah, I'm going for 10 inches.
We're not on the same page about this.
10 inches of snow here?
Yeah.
No.
I was being conservative.
Snow chances here, they're not great, but they're not also dead in the water either. There's a chance. I mean, it just depends on what this little storm center does. It's kind of breaking away or breaking out on the backside of this cold air mass and what it does. It's too early to say, but some weather information shows a little bit, others did not. But one thing is for certain, it's going to be downright frigid cold, Cameron.
Yeah, I'm really not excited still.
I'm not, and this is the kind of cold that I hate. It's whenever it gets cold and windy.
No, this isn't cold, dude. This is frigid.
This is yuck.
This is brutal.
So back in 2021, I just remember how just you walked outside. It was just, and I don't know where you were at. You were in Mississippi at that time, right?
Where was I in 2021? Yes, I was in Mississippi.
There, that cold
Yeah.
weather there, but it wasn't as cold. It was miserable cold here. So
We got snow.
yeah, I know. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did too.
It was cold, but it wasn't that bad.
And and when it gets really cold and gets really when it gets really cold, the air gets really dry, and a lot of times when you get snow, the ratios go up in really cold air because the atmosphere holds less moisture and it squeezes everything out, and it's usually powder. So
Yeah, but it's not the fun snow.
well, to me, it's a neater snow. It's a better snow because it isn't so messy.
But I like, if I'm gonna have snow, I want to be able to do something with it.
I like it when it's light and powdery and the wind blows it all over the place. That's what's fun. So I don't like snow anyway. I don't like snow. I don't like cold weather. I'd rather it be like it's going to be the next 2 days, Cameron. But we can't have it the way we want it always.
I say
Right?
it kind of stinks because it's like, it's like Friday's gonna be so nice.
And then Saturday's going to.
Crash.
Yeah.
Crash and burn.
Oh, I can remember a time back many years ago. Here, I've been here a long time, and yeah, I have been, believe it or not. So I can remember a time I was out in my front yard. It's 80 degrees. I had flip flops on and shorts, and this was in like January or February. And then you saw a little thin line of clouds come through, and the wind just picked up, and we immediately dropped into the 30s. I remember earlier in the day we were in the 80s, and by that night we were like teens and single digits. It's crazy.
So next week, can I borrow a dog?
Man, I got enough of them to let you borrow, and I got a lot of them here that are laying on my that lay on the bed. Actually, that's what keeps me warm. Because what I do is I cut the heat off at night. So that reminds me, I need to cut the heat down a little bit. Let me do that real fast on my app here, because when I got home this evening on my dinner break, it was cold in the house. So I said I'm turning the heat up. So I did, and now it's time to turn it back down.
You should give me your login so I can prank you.
Absolutely not, man. It's too expensive for that, man. Too expensive.
You'll be at work and I'll jump up to 80 and you'll come home and have a heart attack.
So, guys, tell me, do y'all like cold or do you like cold? Let me ask you this: Do you like?
Wait, no. I'll chime in. I'll handle this. All right.
All right, you go for it.
Do you prefer a wind chill? Do you say wind chill or real feel?
I call it real feel because really and truly that's what it really feels like. But the technical term for it is wind chill, just like heat index is a technical term, but I call it real feel as well.
Okay. Do you prefer? We'll go with the technical though.
We'll go technical wind chill. Let's do it that. All right.
Do you prefer a wind chill of 0 degrees or a heat index of 120? That's the question from that.
I'm going to answer. Can I answer it?
You can answer it, yeah.
I would go with the 0 degrees all day, every day, because 120 is just suffocating.
Yeah. The thing I look at here for us is that does the cold suck? Yeah, there's an argument that it does, but when you compare it to how long our summers last compared to how long it stays cold here, it's not that bad.
And we really the last 2 winters we really haven't had much cold weather, so this is actually a more traditional winter. Hey, I was looking at something tonight. You actually said something. I was on Twitter earlier. I guess it's X. I still can't get used to calling it X.
I spell Twitter. I've never
because it's Twitter. It's not X. It's Twitter. So I saw something on here tonight that I thought was interesting, and you actually had said something about it earlier today. I could need to find what this person said, but anyway, it was talking about the cold weather that's showing up. That's going to blanket the country over the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
Or the globe rather, and it said that that this could indeed reverse.
I saw that post.
And lower the global temperatures, and it would go with and it would actually lead to getting our numbers back where they're supposed to be. So all this global warming and all that kind of stuff could be reversed here with all this cold weather we're having. But that's climate, and that's why I tell people not to go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Be careful. That account, it's Ryan right there. You just passed it. That's the account, Ryan.
Ryan Mew?
Yeah. He posts, he's a big climate person, but he's very much against the climate alarmists, but he posts a lot of like sarcastic stuff to take digs at people. That's why you need to be careful. And he's kind of hard to read if he's being sarcastic or not. So I don't know how much truth there is there, but like I saw that post. I didn't know exactly what you're talking about.
So, I'm one that says, if you look at the data, definitely you see the rising global temperatures. But I also say you got to be careful about what you believe in and jumping the gun, because there's so many different possibilities and there's so many different scenarios that can create a lot of different things, and the Earth always has a way of balancing itself out. It's just Mother Nature's how it is. So
okay, so we have someone saying 0. Someone says 0.
So Katie Curtis is the same one that asked us about the difference between twister and tornado. Says index 120. Ken, I hate cold weather. Sounds like my wife. My wife hates cold weather too. She says I can go and jump in the pool and cool off. Well, you know what? I can jump in my hot tub and warm up in winter.
Yeah.
So, but the only thing is my hot tub.
Because you'll get out. You'll be. Do we need to do a polar? I want to say it's a bucket list item, but I'd like to at one point in my life do a polar plunge.
Well, you can do it in Lake Wichita next week. How does that sound?
Is it even swimmable water?
I don't know. It may be too shallow. I know there's a part. There's a good part of the lake you could just walk across. It's like ankle deep.
I want to run out there and like fully submerge into the water for a good second. That's painful cold, but it just looks fun. Looks like a good rush.
Bristol says hi, Cam and Can. Ruby, tell Bristol that we said hello. We said hola.
I'm gonna ask a question. Who's Bristol?
I have no idea, but I'm assuming that Bristol is maybe a kid, or maybe it's a spouse, or I don't know. I have no. Who is Bristol?
It could be a dog too,
and it could be a dog. I don't know. It's possible. My dogs will say hi. So
we got to give attention to the animals.
Yeah, I know. And also next week too, Cameron, when we get cold weather like this, and I'm gonna tell you a story here, but when we get cold weather, the dog or whatever, the dog don't need to be outside. All right. I don't care if he's an outside dog or not. So growing up, I had dogs, and it would get cold. It would get cold for a little bit in Mississippi.
Right.
And my mom and dad wouldn't let our poor dogs inside. And we had a French door there, and they would come up to the French door because we lived in the country, and dogs they just kind of wandered around, but they stayed on our land. But anyway, they'd come up to the window and they look in and it'd be freezing cold. And I'd be like, really, Mom, you gonna look? I don't want those dogs in my house. They stink. Now I got 5 dogs. Now I got 7 dogs in my house, and they're big. And yes, they do stink. But you know what? Let me tell you something about that stink. So when you walk in, if you smell, which my house don't really smell like dog anyway. I do a pretty good job of keeping it clean.
You
But
smell like dog.
I mean,
You smell
well,
like up dog.
let me tell you what. Let me tell you what Patrick Swayze said. When you smell the smell of dog, you're smelling the smell of loyalty and um, never everlasting love. A love, unconditional love is what you're smelling. And he said he didn't feel sorry for anybody that walked into his house and smelled dogs. So. Okay, so Ruby, she is a kid of yours and Cam's and biggest fan. Oh, well, that's awesome. You tell Bristol that we appreciate
that we are also Bristol fans.
We're Bristol fan. I don't know Bristol, but I'm a fan of hers because she is so nice.
I think Bristol
nice.
Could be another meteorologist, maybe.
Have we had some kids that came in today and looked around at the building here? So I was excited for that.
I got to show off my precious child, the storm tracker.
Yep, he did. He did. So that was always good.
It's fun when you do that stuff.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's always good to show up for the kids. You know, you want to do good things for the kids.
Of course.
So anyway, our debate on here tonight: zero, a wind chill, a below zero or near zero, or a heat index of 120. What would you rather have? And Cameron says he'd rather have the 120. I said I'd rather have the zero.
No, I did not. No.
Okay.
No,
well, what'd you say then?
I'm taking the zero.
Okay.
No. Do not put me in that 120 category.
All right. So Cam, that's right. Cam is at the zero category. I'm at the zero category. Katie Curtis is the 120 category here. Judy Shannon is the zero. Let's see who else.
See, Ken, sorry to keep interrupting your story here, but Ruby said Bristol wants to be a meteorologist, and this is how it starts. This is exactly how it starts. It's how it started for you. It's how it started for me. You're young, and you just see it's like, I want to be a meteorologist, and there you go. Sorry, I just got really excited.
Well, I was just, as a kid, I grew up scared to death of weather, and it just kind of propelled me to take an interest in it. Yeah. Oh, Stephanie says she'll take 120. Denila? She says 120. Dang, they like the hot weather.
I'm surprised.
Judy says she lived in Long Beach, California in the 60s.
Carrie's got the right idea. She says zero. She's got the right idea. Carrie, round of applause. Good answer.
Yeah, I've actually been to Long Beach before. I like Long Beach. I was walking along the shore there in California, and they had this, I guess it's a little harbor. Not really a harbor, but there was a lot of boats in there and whatnot. Anyway, I was watching some big old fish swimming around in there whenever I was there. And somebody was trying to catch it. I just remember that. So
Michael
Jones says says he'll take zero, and Ann Holland says not everyone's home is efficiently warm. It's rough. Hey, look, my house is not efficiently warm. I'll tell you right now, to make my house officially, and I feel bad for saying this because there are people out there that really do have homes that aren't officially warm. But the electricity it's so expensive. It's so expensive to heat my home that I have to make mine. Like I keep my temperature 62. I turn my thermostat completely off at night because it would run all night long, and my electric bill would be like $1,200. So
Javier, good job.
Hey, look, Cameron Johnson's got your name. Let me, but you call him. We call him Weatherman Cam Johnson.
Whoa, that's kind of
trippy. Corey says he prefers the cold because he can always put another layer on.
That is what I'm saying. Listen, Ken. Listen, because when it gets 120 degrees, I mean, you can go less clothing, but there's a limit before the police are chasing you down. You're ended up on.
It doesn't matter. You can undress as much as you want to. When it's 120 outside, you're not going to cool off.
That's what I'm saying. You're not.
But you can put on enough clothes, and if you get outside and get to moving around and get your blood flowing, you do stay warm. So. Let's see. James says, give me a feeling of some freezing cold anytime over 100 degrees. So it looks like the vast majority of us do prefer the 0 over 120, but there's a couple. Denalia is a male, and I'm probably not saying your name right, is a mail carrier who doesn't do winter. You pronounce my name. Oh, I did pronounce it correctly. Look at there, Cameron. I may misspell words and have typos all over the place, but
I'm not knocking the 120 people, but us 0 degree people, we're on the same page, and I applaud you for that.
Here's a little unknown fact about you guys out there. Cameron knows this, but I'll tell you, I am not a good speller, and I'm good with numbers. People are good with things. Some people are good spellers. Some people are good. I'm good with math. Okay.
Can I? When you tell this, I'm going to chime in my perspective when.
All right. We don't have spell checks on our computers. And if you get busy doing something and then you get distracted and all of a sudden you got spell check, even if you go back and look at it a dozen times, you might miss something. So I've had the last couple of days some typos. So what's up, Cameron?
So flashback last winter. It's my first time ever kind of experiencing your bad spelling. Okay,
I'm a bad speller.
you misspelled faucets last winter.
I did this winter too, though.
Yes, you did. And Ashley Fitzwater, she pointed at the screen. She's like, tell him, look. And I was like, what? I was like, what is it? And then I looked at your spelling. I saw it and I laughed.
Well, I mean, why not? I mean, it's like I say, I'm a bad speller.
I laughed. And Ken goes, what? What's so funny? I was like, dude, you misspelled faucet. He's like, well, how do you spell it? I felt so bad.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
you're like, I think it was probably more you're just embarrassed by it.
Yeah, I was, and I probably just was happy just at the end of the day, just kind of tired. But anyway, I'm just not a good speller. I don't know why. It's just my dad's the same way. My dad can draw. He's a beautiful artist. He can draw and just great, can draw anything. And he's good with numbers too. But that dude cannot spell. He don't even like to text because he can't spell. And people say that makes you look unsmart, but I mean, I'm smart with numbers. I'm just not smart with. Why are you saying bye, Cameron? We just got on here. Cameron's saying bye. We must have offended Cameron. I don't know.
No, he got scared off by your spelling.
I don't know, but it is embarrassing. It really is. And my wife tells me I need to double check, triple check, and whatever. And you can look at something 1,000 times and you just happen to miss it, and then there you go. So.
It's okay. I love you for all of your imperfections, Ken.
Well, you got to, because it is what it is. I mean, there's no changing it. So, Alicia says her kids know how to haul blankets because unless it's freezing, that heater is staying off. I just use a dog. That's all. My wife and I, we bundle up and throw a dog on top of us, and we're warm at night. So there you go. I don't have to turn my heat on.
Which dog can I borrow?
I'll send old Gunner over there with you. He'll keep you warm.
He doesn't really strike me as a cuddler.
He's not at all. He might bite you.
So why? So is this? So like I lose this one?
I'll send Henry over. Henry he's the biggest, the best cuddler. And once you start loving on Henry, he won't let you stop. You will love on him, and he don't want you to stop, man. So
I'm cool with Henry. He looks like the Coca-Cola polar bear.
He is. He's a real good dog. He just needs a bath. He kind of stinks right now. So thank you, Carrie, for loving me the way I am. Some of us do love me for the way I am, and some of us do not. Cameron,
I really just said I love you for your.
That's true. You did. Oh, Cameron said he has to go do some research. So all right, Cam, go do your research. Not you, Cam. Cameron Johnson.
You want me to do some research? What do you want?
No, I mean you're good, right? You're doing what I want you to do right now, sitting there and just chilling. Yapping and chilling with me. That's all I want you to really do. So
that's the first time I ever heard you say yapping.
Yep, yapping and chilling with me, shooting the bull here. So how are things coming? People want to know what this EF5 network stuff. What is that?
It's my spin on YouTube.
All right, so Cameron started something called EF5. He's had it since he came here.
I've had before I went to college, man.
I mean, he's got clothes and everything. He's got shirts, merchandise, and everything he makes. And it's really Cameron. One thing you might not know about him, he is a very, very talented person. He's very, very creative. And he created something for YouTube. It's called EF5 Networks. And he's going to be doing some showing models off and that kind of stuff. Basically what everybody in his brothers.
It's cliche, but I'm trying to give it some different angles, and there is more angles coming. It's just going to take some time getting established down the pipeline. There are bigger pictures involved, but you have to, walk before you can run.
I do well on Facebook for this part of the country anyway. I mean, I've got over 37,000 followers now. That's pretty good for Facebook. But I suck, and I mean absolutely suck on YouTube. I cannot get viewers at all.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I want the overlying vision I have, if everything comes together the way I see it, is to bring back the Weather Channel I grew up with.
That's old retro stuff, man. Will you have the old elevator music running while the forecast is playing for your area?
It won't be like that. It'll be like
that's the best thing. So it'd be the wintertime, and I would be watching the Weather Channel to because I wanted to see their outlook to see if it was going to ice or snow. And whenever the elevator music would come on, it had some old school icons on there. It was great. You'd always get excited when you saw those.
That's kind of because obviously I'm not knocking the Weather Channel, but it's just not what it used to be, and I'm trying to I don't say recapture the magic, but that is what I envision down the road. It's going to take time. Obviously, it won't be done this year or next year or 2 years, but later on down the road.
See, I got 929 subscribers on YouTube, but a couple of days ago I only had 760. So I'm actually doing a little better on that. But but in general, though, my goal for YouTube is 100,000 followers in the next couple of years, and it's going to be very difficult to get that.
Let's say you said next couple of years. Let's see, you guys set yourself something that's achievable. Like my goal this year is just 1,000.
Right. Now, if we have weather, like let's say we have a winter storm, even though like weather after dark, we'll have 300-400 people watching us on this because of that. But, on just an average night like tonight, 40, 50, 60 is about as good as you're going to get. So Michelle is back. Welcome back, Michelle. Welcome back to the show. I'm going to assume it's Michelle, but, it could be Michael. But I'm going to assume it's Michelle because it looks like a girl in the picture there. I don't, but it could be Michael with just long hair. I don't know.
It's hard to tell. It's a small icon.
Ruby wants to know, who do you like better, Cam or Jaden? Jaden, that's the easy one. That's easy. Weather Channel went the way. I'm just kidding. I love them both. It's like your kids. You can't choose a favorite. I love them both. They both have different strengths. You watch the morning, and Jaden's got that personality that you wake up with. You love to see what he's got to say. He dresses great, looks great. Then you got Cam over here that's just creative. Michelle, that's my name, or is it Michael? That's my name. I can't tell. Michelle. I mean, I think it's Michelle, and I'm gonna say it's Michelle. It's on YouTube. So, all right. So. All right. Anyway, I hope that it is Michelle, and I'm not calling you, and you're not Michael, and I'm calling you. But you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so why are you dominant over his conversations? Because you have more followers. What do you mean, Cliff? Is he trying to say I'm trying to outshine you or something, Cameron?
I don't know, but I won't take it personally because you've been doing this for way longer.
I've been doing this for over 20 years.
You've been.
But that didn't help me. Michelle, Michael. I don't know. I don't know what your name is.
If it's Michael, type 1. If it's Michelle, type 2.
There you go. That's what we should do. Man, Cliff made me feel pretty bad right there. I mean, I don't try to outshine you. I'm not trying to be dominant over you.
I'll take it personally, I really don't mind,
You're kind of like all right, so back in the day, a long time ago, there was a show that came on TV that was called Johnny Carson. They got Johnny Carson show. You ever heard of Johnny Carson?
Sounds familiar.
He was like way back when. You know who Jay Leno is?
Of course.
So he was Jay Leno before Jay Leno.
Okay.
So he had a little guy. He was the host of the show, but he had a guy by the name of Ed McMahon that sat next to him, and he was like, "You're like my Ed. I'm Johnny. You're Ed." That's what it is. 1 for Michelle, 2 for Michael. Michelle is 1. Michael is 2. Cliff, this isn't supposed to be a situation where we take turns talking. This is we're just talking. We're just shooting the bulls. All we're doing here, man. I mean, I promise you, we are. I'm not trying to outshine him. He's not trying to outshine me. We just talk. If he talks over me, fine.
Hey, actually, let's revisit this.
Oh, hold on here. Hold on here.
What?
Look at this.
What?
Bristol's favorite is Cam.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cam.
Move over. You're done. Get off.
Well, between Bristol,
off.
between Bristol and now Cliff, because Cliff is hating on me. So I guess I'm gonna just quit. I'm quitting. Now. I'm done.
Goodbye.
I'm done.
You're done.
Between Cliff and Bristol, I'm done.
You're
y'all.
done.
Bye.
You're done. Okay. This is now the Weatherman Cam show. I've taken over. Ken has been. You're not here. I can't talk to you. What's that word? I don't know the word I'm looking for, but yeah, it's my show now. All right, Ken, you're invited back on.
No, they want to hear from you.
No. I can't do this all alone because you can talk to. You're not here. I can't talk to you. You're not here. Sorry. But anyways, you can talk to a wall. I cannot talk to a wall. I can make good conversation, but I need a little bit of a boost. You can come back on.
I'll come back. So, Cliff, you're gonna have to just learn to live with it. So what would be equal terms? He says he wants us to take equals. We're gonna do some equal stuff here. So, all right, Cameron, you go. We're gonna start it here. You go. You talk.
Wait. All right, we got a stopwatch going. How long do I get to talk?
Let's go.
Wait, it's not your turn. Stop. 30 seconds. Okay, I got 20 seconds. Banish. That is I think I don't know. Banish is kind of harsh. That's harsh. We're not taking turns. This is not fun.
No, that's what Cliff wants to see us taking turns. I'm trying to oblige.
Do not look at that top comment. That's a lie.
Well, let me see what the top comment
No,
is.
you're not allowed to.
What? I can see it right there. Just joking, Cam. It's actually Cam.
No, stop. Don't read that loud. It's a lie.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Cam. I like Cam better than Ken too, so I can understand. So I understand. So, but there's Michael or Michelle again. We still don't know if it's Michael or Michelle. I mean, it's Michael or it's Michelle, and we still don't know.
I think it's Michelle.
So here, I'm gonna show everybody. What do y'all think here? All right. So I think it's Michelle too. So as you can see down here in the profile picture, looks like a young lady here with the name of Michelle, and or it could be a guy with long hair. It's Michael. I don't know.
Should we ask Chris?
Chris, come over here. Need help here.
Come here.
We got a bit of a Michelle Michael dilemma, kind of like on Step Brothers. Pam thing. So is this Michelle or is this Michael?
It's Michael.
But it's a girl in the picture, or is it a guy with long hair?
We can't tell.
It's 2025.
So like we've been asking for the past 10 minutes, is it Michael or Michelle? And they just type that.
Oh, lol.
Not LOL, but they'll type their name. It's like, okay.
It's Michael to me.
No, it's Michelle. It's a girl.
So is it,
You never
What
go
about you
off
guys?
avatars,
You guys,
man.
is it a girl or is it Michael or is it Michelle? I can't tell.
Have fun, boys.
This delay is stupid. I'm not
That's
sure.
That's a very Brian Russell from the Utah Jazz when he talks about Michael Jordan.
Oh
He
yeah.
said, he goes, is it Michael or Michelle? And then Michael Jordan torched him.
Oh yeah. That's funny. This delay is stupid. What's the delay? I don't know what the delay
probably
is.
just the stream delay.
Yeah, there could be one. I don't know.
Like you comment takes a couple seconds for it to get
Right. But yeah, this is whether I could dark supposed to be. It's a girl in my profile. But is that you in the profile, or is it like maybe a girlfriend, or maybe it's a daughter or something like that? Maybe friend. I don't know. So I'm gonna say it's Michelle. So that was the dilemma tonight, was Michelle Michael stuff here. So
it's been quite
like the Pan dilemma.
Hello, Ms. Lady.
Hello, Miss Lady. I think I can help with that Pam dilemma.
Anyway, we gotta get ready soon.
Was that a fart? I don't know. Was it a fart? I'm gonna be honest with you. I just farted. And of course we're talking about Step Brothers. Okay, if you hadn't seen Step Brothers, you got to watch it. It's the funniest movie
You sound
ever.
kind of weird right now.
No, it's my friend. So I guess that is Michael then.
You're smelling kind of weird, man. I'm backing away.
No, I didn't do anything like that. I would not do
No,
that here
you
on
smell kinda
live.
goofy,
Here,
bro.
so.
Smell like hot dog.
So I guess the debate can be now settled that it's Michael, because he said it's his friend, so it's not Michelle.
But
It's
it could be a
Michael.
lie. It could be messing with us.
Okay, I don't know. I can't.
It's a game of mind games.
I don't know. I guess it's something we will just never know. It's like whenever I was a kid watching cartoons on Saturday morning, they would have a commercial, and the little boy would be talking to an owl. He'd go, "Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop?" He goes, "Oh, let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3," and he bit it. And then it said, the ending slogan would be, "How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? The world may never find out." Well, I think that about the Michelle
World may
Michael
never
dilemma
know.
here.
The world may never know.
That's right. So, all right. Well, I've got to go get dressed, guys. I got 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes for the news
I
comes
have to
here.
get dressed.
So does Hammond.
So, all right. So it's
this
Michael.
isn't all about you, Ken.
All right. All right. Well, hey, guys, we had fun with y'all tonight. And that's fine, Cliff. We're just playing. We like playing around. This whole
I will
thing
just
is
be crying myself to sleep.
this whole thing is a play around and have fun, and nobody gets offended here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you heckling with us here a bit. So.